Greetings and love. Welcome to tonight's session. This is a Hatha Breath Based yoga class, and we're focusing on helping our sleep patterns so that we can induce a positive, good sleep, and also it's connected with the fire element of summer and the meridian lines of the heart and the small intestine. So we'll be opening up the heart tonight. So let's get grounded. Namaste. So finding yourself in a comfortable position, sitting on your mat or sitting on a chair, sitting on a block, sitting on top of your sitting bones and pushing yourself forward so that the knees are slightly lower than the hips. And we're going to start using Ujjayi breath. So we inhale, making the sound of as though you're steaming up a mirror. So it's kind of the sound of the ocean. So we inhale and we exhale. So we're making that sound, Ujjayi pranayama breath, but with our through the nose, but constrained in that throat. If you can't make the sound as you exhale, just exhale from the mouth until you get used to breathing this way, and then you'll be able to close your mouth and do it through the nose. So we inhale into the heart and exhale from the abdomen. First, we're going to ground and arrive in this moment. And this is a beautiful yoga, is yoking together body, mind, spirit. And sometimes when we're stressed or anxious, or we're going through difficult situations, changes in our life, grief, menopause, yoga and meditation and breath work, mindfulness can really help us to be grounded and to be able to be present in awareness, which helps us to be more calm through the storm. So taking a deep breath in through the nose as we lengthen the spine, lengthen the back of the neck, reaching the head up to the sky, up to the universe. And on the exhale, deeply relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Now taking a deep breath into our tailbone, our lower spine, the root chakra at the base of the spine. Taking a deep breath into our root chakra. And on the exhale, imagine growing roots down into the earth, connecting to the earth's energies. Inhale into the heart center as we lift and open up the heart. And exhale, relaxing the torso, the belly, the ribs. Now taking a breath into your fingers. Bringing that breath up into the hands, up into the arms. And on the exhale, deeply relaxing the arms and the hands. This is your time for us to be still and awakened. Inhale into the abdomen as far as you can. Let the abdomen expand. And on the exhale, sending the breath down the legs into the feet as we connect to the earth's energies. Back to who we are, connecting to the tree of life. Inhale, lengthening the back of the neck, lightly tucking the chin, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the teeth. And relaxing the face, whole body relaxed. Just begin to now be aware of the sounds around you. You may be able to hear the pan bells, the pan drums, bells. Listening to your breath, feeling the breath as you inhale. The chest and the belly rises, and as you exhale, the belly and the chest falls back down. Being aware of the space around you. The lower body connected to the earth, and the upper body in space. Being aware of the air passing through, the touch of the clothes on the skin. Observing the breath takes us out of thought. Allowing this moment to be as it is takes us out of thought. Deeply listening. And feeling the energy of the inner body as we center ourselves into the here and now, present moment. Just observing the mind. What is the mind doing? What is the mind saying? Being the silent watcher of our thoughts as they come and go. Imagine the thoughts as clouds in the sky. So as they float in, just be the silent watcher. The more we feed our thoughts, the more we get into them and lose the present moment. If we just watch the thoughts as though the clouds passing by, centering ourselves here and now in the breath, the thought dissipates and goes away. This is the time to be present, to ground ourselves back. You may have had a stressful day, a busy day, and you may say, I don't have time for this. If you say, I don't have time for my own being to be present, then you need to meditate even more. So let's work with our breath now. I'm just checking the volume is loud enough. Just going to put it up a little bit so that you can hear me. That's it. So we inhale into the heart, exhale from the abdomen. We're making that sound as though we're blowing on a mirror and steaming it up. Oh, so I'm going to take this off. It's quite warm. So taking a deep breath into the heart, Ujjayi. Pause. Exhale from the abdomen. Pulling the abdomen back, the belly button back towards the spine. Inhale into the heart, lengthening. Pause. Exhale from the abdomen. Pulling the belly button in, back towards the spine. Inhale into the heart, Ujjayi breath. At the Top of the inhale, pause. And exhale from the abdomen, Ujjayi breath. Pulling that belly in, Uddiyana Bandha, pulling the belly button towards the spine, locking it in. Release, inhale into the heart. Pause. Exhale from the abdomen. Pulling that belly button back towards the spine. And one more. Ujjayi breath into the heart. Deep, slow Ujjayi breath. Pause. And exhale from the abdomen. Pulling that belly button in towards the spine, locking it in. Hold the lock and release. So we'll be using Ujjayi breath throughout the practice. Connecting, doing a lot of heart opening and connecting to the meridian lines of our heart and our small intestine. Setting alight the fire element of summer, and those meridian lines go with the fire element of summer. So those meridian lines start at the tip of the little finger and go, the heart meridian goes up inside the inner arm and ends at the top underneath the armpit. That's the heart meridian. And the small intestine comes from the outer tip of the little finger again and comes around the outside of the arm, up across the elbow, up the top of the shoulders, zigzags along the top of the shoulders, comes up the neck and ends just behind the ears. So those are the meridian lines we're working with, but we're doing a Hatha Breath Based class tonight. So let's begin. Taking a deep Ujjayi breath into the heart, lengthen the spine, lengthen the back of the neck. On the exhale, taking the right ear to the right shoulder and bringing the head down and round over to the left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale up round the back and exhale down and round. Inhale into the heart, Ujjayi. Exhale from the abdomen as you bring the head down and round, just nice and slow. 3 one way, and then we go 3 the other way. We can hold a lot of tension in our neck and shoulders. So we inhale up round the back, inhale into the heart. Exhale from the abdomen, coming down and round. And once you've done 3 each way, coming back to center. Inhale, bringing your arms up overhead. The breath guides the movement. Exhale, taking your right hand by your right buttocks and reaching over, feeling that stretch on the left side of the body. Inhale, bringing the arm up to center. Exhale, placing the left hand by the left buttocks. And inhale, lifting up that right arm and reaching over, stretching the right side of our body. And inhale, coming back up to center. We're going to remove the block now. Coming up onto our hands and knees into cat and cow. So the hands are underneath the shoulders. The knees are underneath the hips. And we inhale, lifting up our head, lifting up our heart. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding our spine, looking between the legs. Inhale, lifting up the head, opening the heart. Ujjayi breath. Exhale from the abdomen, rounding the spine, looking between the legs. Inhale, lifting up the heart. Exhaling from the abdomen, tucking the chin. One more. Then we're going to inhale in tabletop. Exhale, bringing the knees wider, coming down into child's pose, forehead on the floor, the fingertips coming up on your fingertips, arms outstretched. Take a deep breath here. Inhale into the heart, Ujjayi breath. Exhale from the abdomen. Inhale, coming up into tabletop. And exhale, back into child's pose. Inhale, coming up on our knees, bringing the arms up overhead. Look up, or keep the head straight if you get dizzy. Exhale, down into child's pose. Inhale, up onto tabletop. Exhale, down into child's pose. Inhale, up onto our knees, reaching the arms overhead, keeping the gaze looking ahead actually. Exhale, back into child's pose. Inhale, up into tabletop. Exhale, back into child's pose. Exhale from the abdomen. Inhale into the heart, coming up on our knees, lifting up the arms. Exhale, back into child's pose. So now we're going to come onto our elbows, come forward, and you might want to use your block here for your head. So we're just going to come from child's pose. The knees are in line with the hips. We're going to bring our arms out and rest our head on the block as we go into melting heart. Now this is a yin pose, so I'm incorporating some yin with the hatha tonight. And this melting heart is good for opening the heart and also working the meridian lines on our inner and outer arms of the lung and heart meridian. So bringing your arms out, putting your forehead on a mat, or you can put your forehead on the floor. And we're going to hold it here for some deep centering and breath. So inhale, breath work, pranayama. Inhale, Ujjayi, lengthening. Exhaling from the abdomen. As you exhale, pull that belly button in, back towards the spine as we do a little Uddiyana Bandha abdominal lock. Inhale into the heart, lengthening. Exhale from the abdomen, pulling that belly button towards the spine. Inhale into the heart. Exhaling from the abdomen. Pulling that belly button. Little Uddiyana Bandha lock. Lock it in. Then you release and inhale again. Keep doing that. On the exhale, Uddiyana Bandha lock. Abdominal lock. One more. Breathing into the heart. Slight pause. Exhale from the abdomen. Pulling that belly button back towards the spine. Now, I want you to focus now on where you can feel that stretch in the arms, which is our heart and small intestine meridian lines connected to the fire element. So we're going to breathe into our arms now. Inhale. Gentle Ujjayi breath. Exhaling from the abdomen. 2 more breaths. Inhale into where you're feeling that pinch now in the arms. Exhale from the abdomen. And 1 more breath. And on the exhale, we're going to come back into child's pose, reaching out them arms, feeling the effect in the arms now. Feeling, what can you feel? Really focus on your arms. And inhale, coming back up onto tabletop. Taking a deep breath, Ujjayi, into the heart. Tucking our toes. And we're going to exhale, coming in to downward dog. Now we're going to hold it here. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, reaching the buttocks up to the sky. Pushing our shoulders away with the hands. The head is between the arms. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pushing away and walk the dog. Get those heels onto the mat. Walking in. We're going to stretching out the calves here. And walking those heels onto the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, push back. And inhale, bringing the left knee towards the chin. Exhale, inhale, lifting that leg up. Exhale, bring it back down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, bringing the right knee to the chin. And inhale, lifting it up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, walking your hands up to the hands into forward fold. Taking a breath here, keeping the knees unlocked. The chin is relaxed, the shoulders are relaxed, down from the ears. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, pulling that belly button in towards the spine. Little Uddiyana Bandha lock. And inhale with a straight spine, arms out to the side, knees unlocked. Coming back up, hands over the head, lean back. Exhale down to the heart center. Okay, so I'm just going to move that back so you can see me standing up. No. That's it. I'm having a bit of a thing with the balance. Okay. Yeah, we're not balancing very well tonight. Okay. Ew. I think I'm going to have to sort a new table out. There we go. Oh, what is this? Okay, what's going on? There we go. Okay. So I'm going to move into mountain, coming on the edge of the mat. Feet together, just a little fist distance apart. And we inhale, bringing the arms up overhead, leaning back. Exhale, bringing the arms back down to the side. Inhale into the heart, lifting up the arms. Exhale, bringing them back down. Inhale, lifting up the arms. Exhale, bringing them back down. This time we're going to lift up our arms and we're going to leave them overhead. I'm not happy with this. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Oh, we're not having much luck with this tonight. Okay, let me just get something because it's not working. My box. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yay! That's it. Okay, that's better. Okay. So this time, you need to be able to see me. That's it. Okay. So this time we're going to inhale, bringing up our arms, and we're going to hold them there. So inhale, bring up the arms, and we're going to hold our arms up. I can't see the top of my arms. Okay. Yay! So bringing up the arms, we're going to hold them here. Inhale, lengthen, reaching up. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhale, lengthening, reaching up. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhale, reaching up. Exhaling from the abdomen. Last one, you can probably feel those arms now. On the exhale from the abdomen, bring the arms back down to the heart center. Well done. You can probably feel those arms working, those meridian lines of the heart and the small intestine. We're going to move into a low lunge now. I'm just going to bring this over a little bit. So from mountain pose, take that down a little bit now. From mountain pose, inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, taking them down to the side, coming into forward fold, taking that left knee back, knee on the floor, placing the toes on the mat. Inhale, lifting up the arms, and we're going to hold it here. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale from the abdomen. Inhale, lifting up. The chin is tucked onto the chest. Exhale from the abdomen, Ujjayi breath. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale from the abdomen. Bringing the arms back to the heart center. You can probably really feel these arms working now. Bringing the arms by your side. Lifting up. Back into forward fold. Keeping the knees unlocked. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, taking that right knee back, placing the toes on the mat, the knees in line with the front ankle. Inhale, lifting up the arms, and we're going to hold it for 3 breaths. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, strength. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale from the abdomen, strength. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale from the abdomen. Placing your arms by the front leg, tucking your toes and pushing yourself back into forward fold. Inhale with a straight spine, keeping the knees unlocked, coming back up to standing. And we're moving into warrior 2 pose. So placing this front foot, this mat is really good. It's got a line on it from Aldi. And it's got a line on it so that I can make sure that my feet are in line, the heels are in line. So the front foot is 90 degrees, the back foot is 40 degrees, and I can place it on the line. Then I know that the heels are in line. The torso is forward, lifting up the arms out to the side, taking a deep breath into the heart. Exhale, looking over at your right fingers. Inhale, lengthening into the heart. Exhale, taking that knee so that it's in line with the ankle. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, taking the knee so it's in line with the ankle. Inhale into the heart, coming back up. Exhale from the abdomen, knee over the ankle. We're going to hold it here now, warrior two. Inhale, lifting up into the heart. Exhaling from the abdomen, strengthening, grounding, rooting into the earth with the feet. Inhale, strength, receptivity. Exhale, grounding. One more breath. Inhale into the heart. Keeping this left hip back. We don't want it coming forward. And then we inhale, taking that left hand to the left back leg and bringing up that right hand. You can either look up or look straight ahead, depending on your neck. Taking 3 deep breaths. Into the heart, inhale. Exhale from the abdomen. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, taking your arm over and stepping back up into mountain pose. Taking a deep breath here. Inhale into the heart, lengthening. Exhale from the abdomen, relaxing the shoulders. Now we're going to go on to the other side. So taking your left foot now out at 90 degrees. The back leg is 45 degrees. Just turned in a little bit, keeping the torso straight in the middle. Inhale, lifting up the arms. Looking over at your left fingers with the 90-degree foot. Inhale into the heart, lengthen the spine. Kind of lift up like a warrior. We're in the warrior two pose. Exhale, taking that left knee over in line with the left ankle. Inhale into the heart, lifting up. Exhale from the abdomen. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale from the abdomen. I'm going to hold it here now, 3 breaths. Inhale, lifting up, but keeping that front right thigh back. We don't want it turning. Exhale from the abdomen as we ground and strengthen. Inhale, lifting up through the heart. Exhaling from the abdomen. One more breath. Taking that right hand, place it on the back right leg and lifting up that right hand, the left arm, sorry. Inhale, lifting up. And you can bring it over if you want, but I'm just going to keep it straight tonight. Exhale from the abdomen. This is warrior two. Reverse. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhale. Strength. Exhale, grounding. Inhale, bringing the arm back up into warrior two, and then stepping up into mountain. Well done. Now we're going to do wide leg forward lunge. So you can probably feel that in your arms as we're working the heart meridian on the inside and the small intestine coming up out the back of the arm and the top of the shoulders. The warrior two is quite a good strengthening pose. So now taking your legs wide, tucking in the toes, bringing the toes in a little bit. Inhale into the heart, lifting up the arms overhead. Exhaling, coming down, keeping the spine straight. Fingers in line with the toes, elbows bent, tucking the chin. Inhale into the heart, lifting up. Exhale from the abdomen, coming back down, tucking the chin, elbows are bent and pointing back. Inhale into the heart, lifting up. Exhaling from the abdomen. We're going to hold it in now for 3 breaths. Inhale. Imagine the spine lengthening. Exhale. Inhale to the heart. Exhale from the abdomen. Feeling the stretch. Inhale. Exhale from the abdomen. Inhale, slowly coming back up. That's good for the legs. Strengthening the legs. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Well done. So now we're going to move back on to the ground. So I'm just going to tilt that down. I think I need a camera that just moves with me. So coming onto the edge of the mat. Taking a deep breath into the heart. And lifting up the arms. Exhale, coming down into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming down into plank. I'm going to take a couple of breaths here. Inhale into the heart. Exhaling from the abdomen. Hold it. Inhale into the heart. Exhale from the abdomen. Bringing your knees onto the mat. The plank is really good for strengthening, and I'm also going to be doing some classes on strengthening exercises, because as we age we can tend to lose muscle loss. Through the change of life we can lose muscle loss. So I'm going to be doing some classes that incorporate some strengthening exercises to go with the yoga, with some little weights. So watch out for those. So now we're going to move into seated forward bend. So bringing our legs out in front, lifting up. So we're sitting on top of our sitting bones. The spine is straight. The gaze is straight ahead. The chin is lightly tucked. Inhale, lifting up the arms. And exhale, curling round in the spine and coming down. Or if you can only get your hands here, that's okay. Coming down into forward fold. Inhale, lifting up the arms. Inhale into the heart. Exhale, curling the spine and coming down into forward fold. Inhale, lifting up the arms. Exhale from the abdomen, curling down, coming into the forward fold. One more dynamic, one more flow. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale from the abdomen, coming down. And we're going to hold it here, tucking the chin. You can either hold onto your ankles, hold onto your toes. The knees are unlocked. If you need a cushion under your knees, we're going to hold it here for 4 breaths. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale from the abdomen, going deeper into the forward fold. Inhale, lengthening. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhale, lengthen. Exhaling, strengthening, grounding. One last breath. And this is also a yin pose, but in the yin we hold it for a lot longer. And we can use blocks and bolsters. Inhale, lifting up the arms. Inhale into the heart. And exhale back down. Okay, this is one of my favourite. Now we're going to do a very restorative pose, which is legs up the wall. So you might want a little cushion to put under your buttocks, which I haven't got. We're going to lie flat on our back. Inhale, bringing the knees towards the chest and lifting up the legs. And we're just going to hold it here for a few breaths. Now, inhale, bringing up your arms and clasping your hands, or just leaving your arms up over your head. The chin is towards the chest. And in doing so, we're working those heart and small intestine meridian lines. And if our meridians become blocked, then it has an effect on those organs. And a couple of weeks ago, we did the yin. And this is a yin pose too, but we're just going to hold it. And then we're getting all that blood flowing back down into our heart, into our head, because we're always either lying or standing or sitting. And this is a beautiful restorative pose. So inhale, keeping that chin tucked. Inhale into the heart, gentle ujjayi. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhaling into the heart. Exhaling from the abdomen. And you probably notice that your legs might start to shake. Inhale. I'm not going to hold it as long as the yin. We're going to do one more breath. And you can either stay there, or if you can, grabbing hold of your toes. I'm going to take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale from the abdomen. And if you can, disturb my plant. Inhale, taking your legs out to the side. So we're making a big scissor with our legs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to center. And exhale, gently bending the knees and bringing the legs back down. Well done. Taking a deep breath. And as we do, just being aware of what the mind is doing. You may notice that the mind has been quiet while you focused on the breath, and the breath guiding the movement. Being aware of the effects of the stretch and the asanas so far. We're going to move into a floor twist. So taking the legs out straight, arms out at the side, Lifting up that left knee and grabbing it with the right hand. The left arm is extended out at the side. The right hand is clasping onto the left knee. Inhale into the heart, Ujjayi breath. Exhale from the abdomen, taking that knee across the body as you look over at the left extended arm. I'm going to do the floor first. Inhale back to center. Exhale from the abdomen, taking it over. Looking over at the left arm. Inhale back to center. Exhale from the abdomen. Inhale back to center. And this time we're going to hold it there. Exhale, bringing it across the body. The right leg is extended. We're going to hold it in now for 3 breaths. Inhale into the heart, lengthening the spine. Exhaling from the abdomen. Inhale into the heart, lengthening. Feeling that stretch on the inner arm of the left extended arm. Exhaling from the abdomen. In last breath. Inhale, bringing the knee back to center and stretching out that left leg. I'm going to move to the other leg now. So inhale, bringing up the right knee, holding it with your left hand. The right arm is extended out to the side. Inhale into the heart. Exhale, taking that right knee across the body, looking over at your right extended arm. Inhale into the center, Ujjayi. Exhale from the abdomen, taking that knee across, looking over at your right hand. Inhale into the center. We're going to move into the static now. Exhaling from the abdomen, taking that knee across the body, looking over at your right arm. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhaling from the abdomen, deepening that knee further across the body. Feeling that stretch in the extended arm, the right extended arm. And I've noticed that I'm not been thinking at all. I'm totally in the present moment. And as I've worked through these asanas, I've got deeper and deeper into calm, presence, peace. And you probably notice that I'm talking slower and quieter. Yoga is a beautiful practice to help us stop and be present and conscious rather than being in the mind, constant go, go, go. Inhale, bringing the knee back to center, and exhale, straightening the leg as we move into Shavasana. And in a world now today where we're always on our phones, laptops, digital, people sitting together but not talking because they're on the phones. It's all mind, 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 mind. And that takes us into the unconsciousness. So we have to be mindful of how much we're on our screens. And we need time like this to awaken into the truth, presence, with a quiet mind, connecting to our heart, our bodies, our spirits, and living by the spirit, not the mind. So moving into a relaxation now. Feet flopping away from each other at the edges of the mat. Awakening and awareness. Arms, space between the arms and the body, palms turned up. Lengthening the neck. The neck is slightly tucked onto the chest. The spine is straight. As we move into a final relaxation. And we lose the ujjayi breath now, just gentle breath. Breathing in and out of the nose. Being aware of the space around you. Let the earth take the weight as you go deeper into the presence moment. Mindfulness, awakening, awareness, acceptance to all that is right here, right now. Whatever is going on in your life, acceptance in the present moment, awareness is the key to the end of suffering, connecting to the spirit of the Almighty God. Bringing your big toes, your toes into awareness, breathing into the toes. Exhale, deeply relaxing each toe into beingness. And as we're doing the fire element, I want you to imagine you're either sitting in the sun with the heat of the fire, or you're lying by a campfire, looking up at the trees, feeling the fire, the heat from the fire. Taking your breath now into the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet, and the heels and the ankles. Big breath into the feet. And on the exhale, deeply relax the feet. Taking the breath now into the shins, the front of the bottom leg, the bony part, and the calves, the meaty part, in touch with the earth. On the exhale, relax the lower legs into beingness. Taking your awareness into the front of the knees, the backs of the knees, all around the knees. On the exhale, relaxing the knees and the lower legs and the feet. Feeling the heat of the sun, the heat of the fire. Now taking your awareness into your thighs, the upper leg. And deeply relaxing both legs into beingness, into the earth. Let the body, the earth take your body as you feel light as a feather. Now taking the breath into the lower abdomen, letting the lower abdomen expand. Carry that breath up into the ribs, up into the upper chest. And exhale down the upper chest, the ribs and the lower belly. Breathe now into the hips, genital area and the buttocks. Deep breath. Exhale in, deeply relaxing the buttocks and the hips. Now taking a deep breath into the lower spine, our root chakra. Taking that breath up into the middle of the spine, the upper spine, lengthen the back of the neck, the chin is choked. And exhale down the upper spine, the middle of the spine, out of the root chakra as you grow roots into beingness and groundedness, awakening from this constant mind chatter, brainwashed by the TV, lengthening the back of the neck, lightly tucking the chin, relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Now bringing your breath into your fingers, gently curled into the palms of the hand, no tension. Bringing your awareness to the palms of the hands, the backs of the hands, the thumbs. Deeply relaxing the hands into beingness. Now taking the breath into the wrists, up into the lower arms, the elbows, the upper arms. Exhale both arms into the earth, into beingness. Taking a deep breath into the shoulders. Exhale deeply, relaxing the shoulders down, down, deep into the earth. For we are nature. From dust we came, to dust in the earth we will return. The spirit lives on. And the more we connect with spirit like this, quieting the mind, connecting to our inner energy in our bodies, the more we awaken to the truth. This is who we really are. We are not the mind. Breathing into the back of the head, the top of the head, the forehead is wide, the temples are soft. Bringing your awareness to the third eye, our chakra of knowing the truth, seeing the truth. And bringing your awareness to the throat chakra, our thyroid gland, speaking our truth. Relaxing the eyes, the eyelids, the eyelashes. The jaw is relaxed, the teeth are unclenched. The tongue is at the bottom of the mouth. Taking a deep breath in, deep behind the eyes. Exhale, mind floating on the breath. Breath leading the mind to the heart. Just being aware now of how you feel compared to before we started the class. And now I feel deeper, deeper, conscious. Let it all go. When you're ready, just bring some movement to your fingers and your toes. Give them a wiggle. Maybe taking your head over to the right and then over to the left. Gently lifting your arms overhead, pointing your toes and stretching. Rolling over when you're ready onto your right side, resting your head on your right arm. Taking a couple of breaths here. When you're ready, pushing yourself up with your left hand and your right arm. Going up into sitting. Well done. Way. I certainly feel the benefits. I feel calmer, my energy is calmer, the body is calm, the mind is quiet. I'm connected deeply to my heart, soul and spirit. Feel a deep inner peace, mindfulness, presence, the present moment. And this is why I love to do this. It's a lifesaver. Walking together, body, mind, spirit, in to the present moment, which is all we ever have. And the affirmation, I soften into the warmth of my heart, releasing the day with ease. The fire within me glows gently, guiding me into restful sleep. So may you have a peaceful sleep tonight as we give thanks and praises and gratitude for the breath of life. Just taking some deep breaths here. Ujjayi breath into the heart, making the sound of the ocean. Exhaling from the abdomen. 2 more. One more. Palms together to the hand center. Gratitude for breath, for life, for the practice, for the teachings. May the practice not only benefit ourselves, but all beings. May all be and free. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Namaste. Peace be with you. May you have a restful sleep. Thank you for joining me. I'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Namaste. Or if you're on the course, the Mindful Menopause course, I'll see you in the next lesson. Namaste. Namaste.